Okay, so this is roughly the concept map of quadratic function and equation in one variable. So you know why one variable or not? We have learned this last year. Do you know why one variable? You also learned the quadratic function in additional maths, right? Yes or no? Yes, right. Do you learn 2 and 3 variable? Have you learned 2 and 3 variables? Oh, not yet, is it? Oh, okay. Maybe you haven't learned. But I heard that you are going to learn that. So one variable means you have only x, like this. If you look at your calculator, if you press the mod here and then you press the equation, you can see you have x and y. So this is 2 variable. And then this one, x, y, z, 3 variable. So the one that we are learning is just x only, the first one. Okay, 1 variable, this one. Okay, so this is roughly what you are going to learn. I'm going to show you all of this, just to let you see what is overall that you have learned in this chapter. So first, I'm going to start with this. Actually, I cropped all of this from your textbook also. It's all the important point. So we go through it one more time. After that, we are going to go through some of the question to do revision. So when I'm explaining over here, I want you to get ready with your calculator. And after I finish everything, you get ready with a piece of paper and a pencil so that we can do the exercise together. Okay, so let's see here. The first important point about a quadratic expression in one variable, it is an expression whereby the highest power of the variable is 2. So I'm sure you know this already. That is compulsory for a quadratic expression. The highest power over here is 2. So the general form is ax squared plus bx plus c. You have known this also. And a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is a constant. Okay, so I think you don't have problem with this. What is the difference between quadratic expression and quadratic function? Do you still remember this? The difference between quadratic expression and quadratic function. Still remember or not? Yes, very good. This is expression. That is ax squared plus bx plus c. What about quadratic function?
Equal to fx
and x. Very good. Fx equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So that is the difference because you know this already. That's why it's easier for you to answer me. Yes. Quadratic equation will be just y equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay? Or it can be equal to something else like this at the back. Equal to 0, something like that. Okay, so I carry on here. Fx is equal to x squared minus 3x. So if you look at the graph over here, this is x squared minus 3x. So over here we have 2 points of intersection. They are giving you this 2 point over here. And then the point of intersection is 4, 4. This part over here, you can see 4, 4 and negative 1, 4. Where is it? Oh, here they are showing you this one, 4, 4 and negative 1, 4. Okay, so basically what I want to tell you about this one is you need to recall back the memory. The type of relation for quadratic function is what? Do you still remember? Many to one. And? Yes. Do you know why? Very good. So if you don't know why, this is how you memorize it. One-to-one relation. This is the point whereby the value of x is 1 only and the value of y is 1 only. If the intersection is here, this line over here, you have 2 points, right? So the value of x, you have 1 and then the value of y is the same. This is another x, the value of y is the same. So that's why you have many to one relation. Okay, you can see the 4 over here, they are the same. And then the number for the x-axis is different. That's why it is called many to one relation. Okay, we carry on. So for a point on a Cartesian plane, the x-coordinate is the object and the y-coordinate is the image. So this is many-to-one relation. I'm sure you also know this already. We carry on. All quadratic functions have the same image for two different objects. So you remember this, huh? All the quadratic function, they have the same image for two different objects. And then when we carry on, you are going to see this. For a graph of fx equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, whereby the a must be not 0, there are only two shapes, whereby a smiley face that you have learned, and then the value of the a is greater than 0. When it comes to a sad face, the value of a is less than 0. Okay, continue. For a quadratic function, fx equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, maximum point is obtained when a is less than 0. Okay, when it's less than 0, you are going to get a sad face. So you are going to get a maximum point on top. Okay, this is maximum. And then when the a is greater than 0, you are going to have a smiley face like this. This point at the bottom is the minimum point. Okay, I carry on. The axis of symmetry of the graph of a quadratic function is parallel to the x-axis and passes through the maximum or minimum point. So this one is the axis of symmetry. Okay, that passes through the minimum point and also the maximum point over here. So they make it equal to the x of the h over here. That is the value of the x. And then the value of the m here, the x is equal to m. Okay, so you get it from the coordinate to find out the axis of symmetry. Okay, now this one I need you to memorize. I'm not sure whether you memorize it already or not. The equation of the axis of symmetry for a quadratic function is x equal to b over 2a. You need to memorize this. Get ready for SPM. So we can get this axis of symmetry here by using the quadratic function. Okay, or else, for example, we can apply this on a question like this also. Let us look at the question together. Determine the coordinates of the minimum point of the graph from the graph of the quadratic function fx equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5. So we can apply the x equal to negative b over 2a to find out the value of the x. You have any idea how to solve this? Do you have any idea?
Substituting the value.
Yes, very good. Substitute the value into the equation. So our b is 6, right?
Negative 6.
Yes,
negative 6.
Yes, negative 6, correct. Negative 6. Okay, put out negative 6. And then our a is how much? Yes, 2 times 1. Okay, correct. After that, we are going to get negative times negative is positive. Divide by 2, we are going to get how much? 3, correct. So when your x is equal to 3, what is the value of the fx? You are going to substitute into everything here. So it will be 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 5. So here you are going to get 9 minus 18 plus 5. So the answer is equal to 9 minus 18 is negative 9. Negative 9 plus 5 is negative 4. Okay, so here you already get the value of the x and y. That is the minimum point. Because this is a positive graph, a smiley graph, you are going to get a minimum point. So the minimum point is equal to, you follow what you have, the x is 3, the y is negative 4. Okay, that is the purpose of using the function just now, the quadratic function, this one. Okay, so I carry on. Now, for the graph of a quadratic function here, so you also have to memorize this. The smaller the value of a, the wider the curve shape of the graph and vice versa. So if you look at this graph over here, when the curve is bigger, the wider, right, the value of the A will be smaller. So if you look at the A carefully over here, A1, it is wider. So for sure here, A1, the value of A1 is smaller than the value of A2. Okay, same thing over here applied when it comes to a negative here. Also, the wider the graph, meaning that the value of the A1 over here is smaller than the value of A2. So you can see they stated over here, A1 is less than A2. Okay, I carry on. Now we look at the example given also in your book here, just to refresh what you have learned last year. Okay, so you can see the example given. The graph, the diagram here, they have two quadratic functions. This is gx, this is fx. Okay, when they ask you to find the when they ask you to find the value of the p over here, the range of it, you just need to mention that the p is less than 3. Okay, because this one is wider, so p is less than 3 and then it is greater than 0, like this. Okay, when it comes to a negative function like this, same thing. Can you tell me what is the range of the value of p? Any idea? If you refer to this value over here, you see this one is wider, isn't it? So p is less than, you just need to refer to the p only. P is less than 4, correct. And then it is greater than 0. You just ignore the negative sign over there because you refer to the p right away. Okay, the negative sign just to indicate that this graph is a set face graph. Okay? Now, next one. Oh, sorry, not here. This part. Okay, the value of b determines the position of the axis of symmetry. Can you hear me? I just plugged off my headphone. Can you hear me? Can or not, class? Oops. Can you hear me, class? No sound already. Because suddenly my son need to use the headphone. I need to plug it off. But I can't hear you. You can hear me, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Finally, I can hear you. Okay, I carry on here. So now the value of b determines the position of the x symmetry. So it could be to the left, to the right over here. So you just observe carefully. This one you need to memorize. For smiley face, it is the opposite. When b is greater than 0, it is to the left. When it is less than 0, okay, it will be to the right. Okay, and then equal to 0 is easiest to memorize. It is in the middle. Whereas for set face, is actually all the same. So 0 is in the middle. You look at the last one here. When the b is less than 0, is on the left. You just follow. 0 is on the left, less than 0. And then greater than 0 is on the right. So the only difference is the smiley face. These two you need to memorize. They are the opposite. When b is less than 0, it is to the right. When b is greater than 0, it is to the left. Okay, now carry on. The value of c determines the position of the y-intercept. This one also you have known it. So for a less than 0, a set face like this, the value of c can be here. And then for a smiley face, the value of c can be here. Okay, that is the y-intercept. Next, there are two values of the variable that satisfy a quadratic equation. The values of the variable that satisfy the quadratic equation are known as the root of the quadratic equation. So for a smiley graph, the root is here. For a set face graph, the root is here. Okay, I carry on. Now, determine whether each of the following value is a root of the given quadratic equation. So for this type of question, when you were asked to find out whether
the root given, this one for example, x equal to 1, x equal to 3, is a root of the quadratic equation or not for this one. Are they the root for it? So what you need to do, you just need to substitute the value of the x into this part here. Okay, so you are going to get the value like this. You substitute all the 1 into it, and then you are going to get this. And you compare with the value on the right. So when you found out the value is not the same, meaning that these are not the root for the quadratic equation. Okay, and then when you substitute the 3, you see the 3, when I substitute into this one here on the left, I'm going to get 0. And then it is equal to the right, that is 0. So the x equal to 3 is the root of the equation, but the x equal to 1 is not. Okay, that is how you determine. So I just simply bring you through this one. Okay, now we look at example 7. Okay, this example, they ask you to determine the root of the following quadratic equation by factorization method. So this one you already know how to factorize. If you look at the solution, the first one, x squared minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So you factorize it. And then you are going to get the root, x equal to 3, x equal to 2. Okay, so this is the one that just now somebody asked me what is quadratic equation. So this is quadratic equation. It is equal to a value. Okay, now next one. Besides using this, also you can use this part here. The formula, okay, the formula of negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a to solve the question, to find the root. Or you can use the method of completing the squares. Yes, this one, last time I told you that this is the method in the additional maths, but now they also accept it if you apply it in the question of mathematics. Meaning when you sit for exam later on, you can use method of completing the squares. So I'm sure you know how to use this method already, right? Yes or no? You learned that in your additional maths, right? Yes, okay, good.
Yes.
Now I carry on. Next one here. So we are entering the sketching of the graph right now. When sketching the graph of a quadratic function, the following characteristics should be known on the graph. Just now we were solving all the quadratic expression and equation. So this one is how to sketch the graph. So first thing, you need to know the correct shape of the graph. Either it is a smiley face or a sad face. So smiley face meaning that the value of the a is greater than 0. Sad face, the value of the a is less than 0. And then you need to look at the y-intercept. Okay, how much is the y-intercept? And then you decide. After that, the x-intercept or one point that passes through the graph. So here we have two cases in this that we are going to learn. First is case 1, whereby you are going to have 2 x-intercept. And then case 2, whereby you only have one point that passes through the graph. So we are going to look into the first case here, case 1. Okay, the graph of quadratic function intersects the x-axis. So this one, x squared minus 4x plus 3. When the value of a is equal to 1, here this is equal to 1, it is greater than 0. So we will have a smiley face. So the shape is like this. And then because there are 3 terms over here, so directly we know that there's no b, there will be 2 roots over here. Okay, because with the b over here, we know that there will be 2 roots. So directly, we don't have to find out the b over here. You jump to c and get the y-intercept. The y-intercept is 3. So after that, you solve the quadratic function here. You are going to get the root equal to 1, equal to 3 here. Okay, with all the important thing, this one. The y-intercept is 3. The root is 1 and 3. So you can produce your graph like this. Smiley face, the y-intercept is 3, the root is 1 and 3. Same thing for the sad face graph. Okay, now we look at case 2. Case 2, we don't have 2 roots. So you look at the function again, the function is a bit different. You see, it is x squared plus 1. So this one, we don't have two roots. So from here, first thing, we determine the A. A is 1, meaning it's greater than 0, is a smiley face graph. And then from here, there's no B. B is equal to 0. So you remember just now, when the B is equal to 0, the axis of symmetry is the y-axis. For smiley face, it is in the middle. Okay, and then the only thing different from smiley face, if B is greater than 0, it will be on the left or on the right of the graph. Still remember?
Left.
Yes, very good. It is the opposite. And then when the B is less than 0, it will be on the
Right.
right. Correct. That is the different thing for the smiley face. The rest will be the same. Now, so value of the C, also get it from here. Value of C is equal to 1. Therefore, C is the y-intercept, that is 1. Okay, thus you know that the minimum point, because it is in the middle already, so the position of the the x here is 0. So we have a 0 over here, and then the y-intercept is 1, so the coordinate is 0, 1. So you have the first point here. And then you solve the function. Okay, when x is equal to 2, this one, because there is no maximum, there is no root for the graph like the previous one, the first case over here. There's no precise or clearly a root over there, so you have to find one point. So you need to, after you have solved all of this, you need to give an coordinate on the graph. So this number over here is up to you what you want to put. It can be 2, it can be 3, it can be -1, up to you. So for example, if the x is 2, you are going to get the value is equal to 5. Therefore, you just plot on your graph here 2, 5. Just show your coordinate on the point besides it. Are you clear? Clear? So you remember this part, when the quadratic function don't have clearly the root, both the root, what you need to do, you just need to solve it, draw your graph. After that, you need to find one point and plot it anywhere. Up to you. You want to plot on the left also can, but using dotted line. Okay, now I carry on. So that's all for that chapter. So you can see here is the practice already. Okay, everybody take out a piece of paper and a pencil. Any piece of paper will do, including your calculator.
Madam,
yes?
There's our exercise book.
No need. Just sketch only.
Oh, okay.
Okay. By the way, I want to ask question. Do all of you know how to find the root using the calculator already?
Yes.
Is there anyone that have problem?
Yes.
You raise up your hand. Anyone have problem finding the root using the calculator to find the value of the root? Anyone? Nobody, Okay, so I don't have to show you anymore. So directly we go to the practice. Let's look at the question over here. These are the questions from different stats in the last year, 2020. Okay, let me show you the first one here. You can see this one I think is from Negeri Sembilan. I make it bigger because down there is BM version. You don't need that. Okay, here. Diagram 2 shows a student in a shot put event during pre-sport day. So this is the way he throw it with the height and also distance in meter. The motion of the bullet can be modeled using the equation y equal to -2x squared plus 7x plus 15, where x is the distance in meter and y is the height in meter. So if the distance of the bullet more than 4 meters, the student will be representing his sport house. So determine either the student will be representing his sport house or not. Justify your answer. So you need to see, after you found out your answer, you need to see whether he can throw the bullet more than 4 or not. If he can throw greater or equal to 4, then he can represent the sport house. So right now, everybody try to find out the answer for this question here. I give you about 3 minutes enough, more than enough, isn't it? And you type your answer in the chat.
Madam, just say if the sport house or not right in the chat.
No, you give the answer for the value of the x and then you say yes or no.
Okay. Oh. Okay, some of you already have your answer over there. Very fast. Let's see. Hedy is the first one. Jesslyn, Sanai, second one. Oh, sorry, Nasru already. Oh, so fast. P is less than 4, Imran said. My voice stuck, ah? Yes, I'm doing the recording. You need the recording, is it? Okay, what about the rest? X equal to 5, x equal to 5. Okay, mostly give me the answer already. Or x equal to 3 over 2. Yes. Yes. Oh, this one is negative 3 over 2. Okay, mostly can answer. Let me show you the working. I'm sure you already know how to get it already. So Alicia have negative 1.5. Yeah. Okay. So I think you all got it right lah, huh? So the working is like this, for those who don't know how to do it. Solve it, make it equal to 0. Negative 2 squared plus 7x plus 15. So factorize it. This one is another factorization. So after that, you will get the value of negative 1.5 or x equal to 5. You also can get it from using the calculator, isn't it? Then you are going to get the value. So 5 is greater than 4. Yes, the student will be representing his sport house. Okay, so most of you got it right. I think Imran, you got it wrong. Imran, do correction. Now the next question here. This is from Police. Solve the following quadratic equation. So we have 3x in bracket x minus 4 equal to 6 minus 5x. I'll make it bigger. Solve this. I think 1 or 2 minutes also will do. After that, you type your answer in the chat. I think you already can get the answer. Let me see. Anyone answered me already? Oh, okay, Imran. Sorry for that. Everybody copy down the question already, right? Yes, madam.
Okay, you carry on. Okay. Najiha, when they ask you to solve it, you need to find the root, Najiha. Okay, we have Heidi, x equal to 3, negative 2 over 3. Nasu have negative 3 over 2. So it's 3 over 2 or 2 over 3? 3, a positive 3 and a 2 over 3, Diana said. Some have negative 3. Okay, typo. Okay, Matthew have 3. Okay, Diana, correction already. Okay, good. I think most of you got it right. Yeah. Okay, so we refer to the answer here. This part is the answer here. So from here, we will know that the x is equal to 3, and then the other x is negative 2 over 3. Or you can use the negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac to solve it. So same thing, you are going to get the answer like this. Okay, have you ever used this method to solve it?
Yes.
Yes, so you just need to substitute the value of the b just now, this one, and then the b squared here, negative 7 squared. 4 times a is 3, and then the...
Forgot how to use it, madam.
Oh, you forgot how to use it. Okay, so I'm explaining to you right now. You have the equation like this, isn't it? This is the value of the a. This is the value of the b. Your a, I circle. This is b. This is c. So from the formula that we have, it is negative b. B is negative 7. You just substitute. Plus minus b squared minus 4ac. So everything you take it from there. And then you divide by 2a from here. So you just need to press your calculator, or you can simplify it by using your own calculation. Negative times negative is a positive 7. Plus minus negative 7 squared is 49. And then you have 4 times 3 equal to 12. 12 times 6. 12 times 6, how much? 70.
72.
And then negative times negative is a positive. And then 2 times 3, 6. So you solve it again. 7 plus minus. Find out the answer here. 49 plus 72, how much? 121. Yes, 121. So the square root of 121 is 11 over 6. Okay, therefore the answer can be 7 plus 11 over 6, or 7 minus 11 over 6. 7 plus 11 is 18. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Or 7 minus 11 is 4. 4 over 6. Negative 4 over 6, and you simplified it. Negative 2 over 3. Okay, so it is the same. Understand? Okay, so you can see, so you can see the marking scheme is a bit lenient now. They also accept if you don't write down the 0. So you can check back your working just now. Did you write down the 0 there? It is also acceptable. Okay, good, then you have it. And then accept 3 correct terms on the same side in any order. So 3 correct terms on the same side in any order, meaning that it can come with negative 6 plus 3x minus 7x, or maybe negative 7x plus 3x minus 6, any order. Okay, so I carry on. After this is which step? Malacca. Okay, this one is about the edge. All the marks over here is 4 marks. Pak Putra's age now is 6 times the age of his grandson. 9 years ago, the product of their ages was 189. Find the age of Pak Putra and his grandson now. So you need to find the age of Pak Putra and also his grandson. Therefore, you need to make a form up or come up with an equation yourself. need to make assumption now. Let Pak Putra's age be Y, let his grandson be X. Anyone have the answer already? Oh, Azra, that one is for additional maths, is for sure lah. You must write 0. But over here might be because different stat they have different marking scheme. So just now the one that from Police, maybe the teacher said that without the 0 it is also acceptable. But the best is you still need to write 0. Okay, that is for safety purpose lah, huh? You won't make any mistake. You get full marks for that. Okay, so let's see, have you all done with this? I give you another 2 minutes. Anyone got the answer already? You can type it down. Pak Putra 72, grandson 12. Okay. Okay, any more answer for the rest? Okay, I think most of you got the answer already. So I carry on with the discussion part. This one is quite simple. Okay. So you have to make assumption first. Let grandson's age equal to x and let Pak Putra's age equal to 6x, because 6 times his grandson's age. That's why he has 6x. And then they told you 9 years earlier, the product of their age is 189. So 9 years meaning that x minus 9, this one also minus 9. And then you multiply it. So you can see we have x minus 9 multiplied by 6x minus 9 equal to 189. That is given in the question. So you solve this, expand it, expand everything. After you simplify it, you will get this one. 2x squared minus 21x minus 36. After that, you factorize it. So when you factorize, we are going to get x minus 12, 2x plus 3 equal to 0. So from here, after you substitute, you get the h first. First, the x over here, x minus 12 equal to 0. So the x is equal to 12. Okay, the x is equal to 12. Therefore, you substitute the 12 into the x here, up here. So that will be Pak Putra's age, that is 6 times 12, we get 72. And then the grandson is just 12 years old. Okay, huh? Did a lot of you answer it? Yes. Okay. What happened to Ziza? Why you need to go for swap, Ziza? She left already?
She left already.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I carry on. So it is 12:20 now. We still have about 15 minutes. One more question to go. This one from Terengganu. Okay, the diagram shows two rectangles B, C, D, E. This one, B, C, D, E, the big one, and E, F, G, H. So this one, E, F, G, H, the smaller one. BHE, so you refer to BHE, this is BHE, and EFD, they are straight lines. Okay, so given the area of the shaded rectangle is 60 square centimeter, calculate the perimeter of rectangle BCDE. BCDE. You need to find the perimeter of the bigger rectangle here, given the area of this is 60. Okay, try to find out now. Should be able to get the answer already, right? Okay. Yes, you got it right. Most of you already got it. So first you need to find the value of the A. So after factorization, you'll get A is equal to 12 and A is equal to -7. Here, this one. So we are going to get the one which is 12. Okay, and we replace the A that is stated over here. So this is a 12 here, the A. Therefore, of course, the opposite is the same. So we will have 24. This is 20. The opposite will be the same. So you add 40. Therefore, the perimeter that you get is 64. Okay, so far, do you have any question?
No question.
No question, huh?
No.